Morning. Do I leave the coin with you?
Hmm? No, those aren't for sale. Just help yourself, Steve.
No? Publish it for kicks?
Right. Holy smokes, what happened to you? You get hit by a truck?
Long night. I thought I'd clean up the office.
Boy, oh boy, the usually beautifully dappered Stephen Cord suddenly found rumpled.
Thanks for that.
Hey. What's the matter? Are you all right?
Why wouldn't I be all right?
Oh, just straight answers, huh? Okay.
No, I'm not all right. I've been out all night driving I don't know where. Just trying to put some miles between myself and this town. Just trying to get away.
What is it, personal?
Personal. And very much my own problem.
Well, I hope you work it out.
Elliot.
Yeah?
When Rodney and Betty were married.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, you knew them rather well as a married couple.
No. It happened before I came back, you know.
Oh, that's right. But you've known them both for a long time. I mean, look, you're a newspaperman, an observer. There's a chemistry there, isn't there?
Well, Stephen, they were married, you know.
You know what I mean, an attraction.
Look, Stephen, I was at your wedding. And I could swear that Betty took those vows sincerely and honestly.
Oh, come on, Elliot, let's stop all this suffocating courtesy. What do you know about Rod and Betty?
Well, Stephen, all right. They're an item. They meet here in the morgue behind the dusty old newspapers. I let them do it because I've always had a soft spot in my heart for tragic young lovers.
No.
Well, what do you want me to say, anyway?
I want to know the truth.
The truth, all right. Listen to it. I'll give it to you. I don't know what your wife feels about Rodney or what Rodney feels about your wife. You say I'm an observant man. Well, you're dead right. I am observant. And I have observed nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, why don't you take your morning edition of the Clarion on the house and just get out of here?
Hello.
Oh, Miss Carson.
Did Ann see you?
This morning?
Yes, she called and said she wouldn't be until late, that she had to see you.
Oh?
I gathered she was going to drive out to your house. I don't see how she could have missed you.
Well, I wasn't there. I was out of town. Did she sound all right?
Well, she sounded excited. Something about her father's trunk, something she found.
Ann didn't say what it was.
No, but I did sense it was important, Stephen.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Carson, if you'll excuse me. Get out of here.
Stephen, I want to talk to you.
And I said get out.
I have to talk to you about Betty.
You know, you've got a lot of gall. I feel like tearing you apart.
Well, before you try, let me set you straight about a few things, huh?
She'd gotten mixed up with anybody else, but not you. Not again.
She said you asked her for a divorce.
That's right, Rod. I asked her for a divorce. Is that really such a big surprise?
It's a big mistake.
Now, why the sudden interest in my welfare, Rod? Does divorce make it sticky for you? It's not the kind of setup you had in mind, is it? I mean, it's one thing to make love to her, but when you find out you have to get involved, that's something else, isn't it?
I'm not interested in your welfare. Only in Betty's. Now, will you please listen to me while I try to tell you the truth?
You know, ever since you were a kid, you've been able to look at people with that open, honest face of yours and convince them that whatever you were saying is the truth. Well, I haven't been taken in since we were both kids. But I'll have to admit, it works, Rod. Yeah, it makes you a winner. You're the king. But I'm not going to walk around in cap and bells.
Stephen, nobody's trying to make a fool out of you. Betty loves you.
And what is it she feels for you?
She doesn't feel anything for me. Not that way.
And you don't feel a thing for her.
Yes, I do. I do feel something for Betty. I'll always care what happens to her. Look, I hurt her once. I didn't mean to. It just happened, that's all. But when you came into her life, you changed all that. You made her happy. Happy the way I wish I could have.
And you couldn't stand that, could you? You had to find out if you were still number one. Well, you got your answer. Now let me lick my wounds in peace.
Stephen, whether you believe this or not, your wife has not been unfaithful to you. And I have not violated your marriage.
Oh, come off it, Rod. What do you expect me to believe has been going on during all those little interludes? A game of spin the bottle?
No, we were trying to figure out what was going on in that house. Not your house, the Peyton house.
And I don't merit a security clearance in the house I grew up in, is that...
Why don't you stop being sarcastic long enough to let me try and explain to you why she's willing to give up everything for you?
Okay, Rod, make it good.
Okay, Stephen. Okay. Your mother and my grandfather have put Betty in a vice that she can't get out of by herself. They have made it clear to her that if she tells you what she has heard, it will destroy you.
And you helped her protect me.
Yes. Stephen, we have found the key to why they've been so bugged lately. Why Ann Howard has come back to this town and why my mother's portrait was slashed.
Get to the point.
All right, I'll get to the point. Ann Howard is your sister. And Brian Colby was your father.
That's a beauty.
It's true.
Who told you?
Stephen, don't put me on the witness stand.
Oh, how did you come up with this?
I heard it. Your mother and my grandfather were talking. I overheard them.
And you listened. You heard them saying Ann Howard is my sister.
That's what they made Betty promise not to tell you.
And she came to you.
Well, she couldn't very well go to you. Stephen, she had to talk to somebody who wouldn't be hurt.
You.
Me.
Do you really expect me to believe a cock and bull piece of camouflage like that just on your word? Look, Rod, I know there are secrets in that house. I know more about them than you do. You were born into a nice, soft spot in this world. You never spent your days and nights wondering who you were, or if it really mattered anyway. Now, you've always known that was my Achilles heel, haven't you? And this was the perfect time to hit me here.
Why don't you stop yelling foul long enough to see what's fair?
What do you want from me, Rod? Blood? Or take it, take Betty, take whatever you want, but get out of my life! So help me. If our paths ever cross again, you won't get a chance to ruin anybody else's life.
You know something, Stephen? I have never really liked you. I don't know what it was, chemistry, I guess. But I did respect you. I liked the way you worked for what you got. I even thought you deserved Betty. But I don't anymore. Yeah, you go out and you get your divorce. And you grow up into those 8-button suits you wear. But someday, you're gonna realize what you let get away. And that's not gonna alter the fact. I was telling you the truth.
preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
I'm going to Stephen Cord's office, and I'm going to tell him why he's got to protect Ann Howard.
Well, you better be kidding.
Now that I know you, what you're capable of doing, I hope I'm not like you at all.
No, Stephen. There's nothing left to say.